We are just now 2 weeks away from President-elect Joe Biden taking the oath of office, and there are questions about how a Biden administration will approach a relationship with Iran. Erica Kasseray is an Iranian-American human rights activist and founder of the Iranians for Trump campaign. Erica, thanks for coming on. And first, before we get to our main topic of conversation, I just want to get your analysis of what happened on Wednesday. You attended the rally in D.C. Tell us what you saw.
Well, good morning, and thank you for having me on. What I saw was thousands of American patriots turning into Washington to show their support for President Trump, for the 4 years of success that he's had, and a sense of camaraderie that I haven't seen in my lifetime. And it was a great privilege to participate in the rally and to practice our constitutional right to protest.
And obviously, you were participating in a peaceful protest there. Were you still present in D.C. or close to the Capitol when the violence broke out?
Absolutely. After President Trump spoke in front of the White House, I, along with the rest of the patriots that were there, walked towards the Capitol. And President Trump explicitly encouraged us to peacefully walk to have our voices heard. And as we walked and got closer to the Capitol, things were peaceful. And obviously there were agitators and those that, wanted to incite violence. And frankly, I'm really appalled by how the media has been spinning the events of that day. I was there. I saw what happened. And those that were trying to break into the Capitol, were being prevented by some Trump supporters. I mean, they were saying, stop, don't do it. I mean, there's tons of videos showing those that were trying to prevent the break-in. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because it was a really beautiful event. And because of the actions of some people, the event, took a turn for the worst, unfortunately. And it's really sad that the lives of those that were lost. And I'm really disappointed in the way that it ended.
Yeah, you had tens of thousands of peaceful protesters expressing their First Amendment right. And then, of course, you look at the headlines, the front page of the New York Times, it only focuses on, of course, the violence that did end up playing out. All right, let's move on and switch gears and back to this conversation again about the relationship between Iran and the United States under a Biden administration. What is your biggest concern about what that could look like come January 20th?
Well, my greatest concern is that we would go back to an Obama-Biden era where the Islamic Republic is empowered and they're, able to continue to export terror across the region and prevent any peace. And, frankly, I, as an Iranian American, support President Trump's maximum pressure campaign. I supported the fact that he was not willing to negotiate with a terror regime. And my concern is that an emboldened Islamic Republic will continue to export its terror and continue to oppress its own people. Since the elimination of Qasem Soleimani, the Iranian people see President Trump as a hero. For 41 years, the world has ignored the tyranny that the Islamic Republic has on its own people. And when President Trump stood by protesters, last year, the regime shot down a Ukrainian airliner. 176 innocent people died, and the world was quiet. Last November, the regime shot 1,500 protesters. I mean, the fact that we in America can protest is a constitutional right. Iran does not have those rights. And, we got to see Iran get on the map, and President Trump stood with the Iranian people. And for me, as an Iranian American, I was there to show my support. In fact, in the rally, what was interesting, the most interesting was among the American flags that were there, I saw the flag of the Iranian nation, the true flag. And that's how we found each other. All the Iranian Americans that were present found each other because of that. And there was this amazing camaraderie among us. And in our conversations, we all said the same things. We believe that President Trump did the right thing when he eliminated Qasem Soleimani. He eliminated a terrorist. He brought Iran to its knees by crippling sanctions. He was unwilling to negotiate with them. And I would encourage that the Biden-Harris administration continue the track of the maximum pressure campaign, because it has crippled Iran's currency. And it has forced this linchpin that prevents any success of productive relationships with Israel. I mean, look at the Abrahamic Accords. That has been a huge success.
Yeah, absolutely. That will go down as part of the president's legacy. Again, all those foreign peace deals between Israel and the surrounding nations. Erica Kasri joining us live. What an incredible story you shared about finding the Iranian flag and finding other supporters as well. Very, very interesting. We appreciate you taking the time, Erica. Thank you.